Assalamu alaikum. My dear super learners and all the viewers, welcome to Khagrachari Online Primary School page. Dear students, today I am here to take your English for today class, and it's especially for the students of class 5. So dear students, at first let me introduce myself. This is Rupa Mullik Rupu, Assistant Teacher, T-Integrate Government Primary School and from Khagrachari. My dear students, at first I like to discuss about my previous classes. Maybe you can remember that in my previous class I have discussed before you about a magazine, and in this magazine you read out a verse that written by Farhan Ahmed, a student as like as you, and it was about the Liberation War Museum that's situated in Agargaon, Dhaka. Can you remember it? Okay, I hope you all can remember it. Now, dear students, prepare your knowledge, I like to ask you some questions from my previous class, right? Okay, try to answer all the questions, my dear students. I have only 3 questions. First question for you. When did the class go to a field trip? When did the class go to a field trip? Can you remember it? It is at the very beginning line of the lesson. Okay, I hope you all can guess the answer on it. On 14th December. On 14th December, the class go to a field trip. Okay. Now, next question for you. When did the bus reach at the museum? When did the bus reach at the museum? My dear students, a very easy questions for you, and I hope you all can answer me. Okay, now match your answer. It's at 8 a.m. Okay, I hope you all can match it again. The bus reached at the museum at 8 a.m. Now, next or the last question. Where did the Liberation War Museum located? Where did the Liberation War Museum located? Can you guess the answer? Okay, I think you know. The answer is Agargaon, Dhaka. Agargaon, Dhaka, the Liberation War Museum situated. Okay, my dear students, now I like to declare our today's lesson. Our today's lesson is the Liberation War Museum Unit 19, Lesson 1-2, and our today's lesson part is There Were 4 to Never Forget. Page number 74, dear students, and 74 and 5. Dear students, look at the book. From 14th December to our independence, it was my last class's discussions part. In last class, I discussed only this part. In my today's class, I had to discuss from here. There are 4 permanent galleries to here. Would never forget. This is our today's lesson part. Okay. I like to write the name of the lesson, the Liberation War Museum. Okay, my dear students, I hope you all have opened your book. Now, at very first, I like to introduce with you about the new words from this part. Okay. Okay, look at the screen. Introducing with new words. I have write only 5 words here, but here is more and more words. You have to read this at your home. Okay. First, it's rare. 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 It's English meaning not common, uncommon. Rare, not common, and its Bengali meanings is durlabh. যা সহজে লভ্য নয়, পাওয়া যায় না এমন, that is দুর্লভ. Then photograph. Dear students, you can write it on your exercise book. Photograph. Photograph means a picture produced using a camera. A picture produced using a camera. It means alok chitra. Alok chitra, okay? Then document. Document means a piece of writing information. A piece of written information. It means dolil ba praman. Then freedom. Freedom, it means the power to speak or think as one wants. The power to speak. The power to speak, to think and to want. It means freedom. স্বাধীনতা, কোনো কিছু করতে পারার স্বাধীনতা, that is freedom. Okay, now last word is martyr. Martyr, a person who died for his country. A person who died for his country. Shohid. Dear students, here I have selected only 5 words for you to introduce as new words. My dear students, with these new words, I have discussed about some English word, English meaning of these new words. Okay, in your examination, in answer to the question number 2, you have to answer column AB. It will come as column AB. শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, column AB এর মতো করে কিন্তু এই ওয়ার্ডগুলো আসবে, so that you words এর সাথে যে ইংলিশ মিনিং গুলো আমি দিয়েছি তোমরা অফ কোর্স সেগুলো শিখে ফেলবে। ওকে, now I have to discuss about the lesson for today's part. Okay, please everybody listen to me. There are 4 permanent galleries that exhibited rare photographs, documents and newspaper clippings and objects used by the freedom fighters and the martyrs of our liberation war. Very important. Dear student, how many permanent galleries here? Yes, 4 permanent galleries that exhibited rare photographs. Rare, we have learned what is the meaning of rare, and we have learned the photographs. Rare photographs, document and newspaper clipping. Newspaper clipping and objects that used by the freedom fighters, the martyrs of our liberation war. At Gallery 2, our rights, our sacrifice. The name of Gallery 2, our rights, our sacrifice. Our teacher read out to us the Declaration of Independence by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Our nation, father of nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared the independence of our country. That is written in Gallery 2, and their teacher read out to before them about the Declaration of Independence. Then some other visitors also stopped and listened to it attentively. Dear students, when they are going to visit the place, that time some other person are also come to visit it there. So when the teacher read out the Declaration of our independence, that time another visitor also stopped here and hear what the teacher says. And as we went inside Gallery 4, our victory, our values. What is the name of Gallery 4, dear students? Our victory, our values. We felt silent. We were sad as we looked at the personal belongings of some of our martyred intellectuals. Some of our martyred intellectuals, when they look or when they see that, they sad, the feeling sad. Dear students, the next page. Our freedom fighters, a pair of glasses, a pen, a notebook, a money bag, a shirt, and other just things. We left the museum at 12:30. It was an experience we would never forget. শিক্ষার্থী বন্ধুরা, আমরা 4টি গ্যালারি সম্পর্কে জানলাম, and in these 4 গ্যালারি এক্সট্রা নাম দেওয়া আছে। সেই গ্যালারিগুলোর আমরা নাম্বার 2 and নাম্বার 4 গ্যালারির নাম শুনেছি। নাম্বার 2 গ্যালারি ছিল আওয়ার রাইটস, আওয়ার স্যাক্রিফাইস, and নাম্বার 4 ছিল আওয়ার ভিক্টরি, আওয়ার ভ্যালুস। এখানে আমরা দেখেছি যারা মার্টার ইন্টেলেকচুয়াল এবং ফ্রিডম ফাইটার্স, তাদের কিছু নিদর্শন সেখানে ছিল। তাদের পেয়ার অফ গ্লাসেস, একজোড়া গ্লাস ছিল তাদের ব্যবহার করা, অর্থাৎ যারা মুক্তিযুদ্ধের সময় শহীদ হয়েছেন, বুদ্ধিজীবী ছিলেন, তাদের ব্যবহৃত কিছু জিনিস সেখানে ছিল। কলম ছিল, নোটবুক ছিল, মানিব্যাগ ছিল, শার্ট ছিল এবং কিছু আলাদা জিনিস ছিল তাদের ব্যবহার করা। যেমন করে তারা ব্যবহার করেছিল ঠিক তেমনি পড়েছিল। তারা এটা দেখে খুব শকড হয়েছিল। এরপর at 12:30 তারা মিউজিয়াম লেফট করলো এবং they can never forget about the experience of the Liberation War Museum visit. That they visit in the Liberation War Museum. My dear students, I hope you have understand this part. My dear student, look at this picture. Father of our nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who declared our independence, and it read by their teacher at the Liberation War Museum, and some other visitors stand and they feel they are hearing the declaration. And we got some martyrs, intellectuals and freedom fighters, some personal belongings, and those are a pair of glasses, a pen, a notebook, a money bag, a shirt, and just other thing. So important part, and try to visit this place. Okay, so dear students, I hope you have understand. Now look, here is some important word in these sentences. In these sentences we have got some part of this sentence, important part from some sentence. Look, we have got a sentence, Declaration of Independence. I have discussed what is Declaration of Independence. Can you say me or can you answer me what is the Declaration of Independence? I like to discuss about this sentence, that a declaration that declared by father of nation, a declaration of independence was declared by the father of our nation. Okay, then another word, parts of sentence, freedom fighters. Freedom fighters. Dear students, do you know what do you mean by freedom fighters? Do you know it? It means the persons who fight for rescue our country. They are freedom fighters. The person who fight for rescue our country, they are freedom fighters. Right? Okay. The next word or next parts of the sentence is martyred intellectuals. Martyred intellectuals. What do you mean by these words? Okay, I have to discuss that martyred intellectuals are those who are very educated person and died for our country. At the time of independence, at the time of freedom fight, these persons are died for our country, and they are very educated person. Okay, I hope you have understand about these words. Now I have some questions for my dear students. Please try to answer. First question: how many galleries are in Liberation War Museum? How many galleries are in Liberation War Museum? I have discussed before you, and I hope you all can answer. 4 galleries, right, dear students? Okay, then when did students leave the museum? When did the students leave the museum? After visit it? Yes, you are right. The answer is 12:30 p.m. At 12:30 p.m. they left the museum. Okay, then next question: where were the personal belongings of the murdered intellectuals and freedom fighters? Where were the personal belongings of the murdered intellectuals and freedom fighters? Where, dear students? In which galleries? It was at gallery 4. At gallery 4. Okay, I hope you all have answered me all the questions answered. Now I have to give you a home task, a about today's lesson. Dear students, my today's home task for you is write 5 sentences about the galleries. We have learned, or we know that here is 4 in Liberation Wire Museum. There are 4 galleries. We know both 2 and 4. These two's name, and please write only 4 sentences about these 4 galleries. তোমরা 4টি গ্যালারি নিয়ে 5টি বাক্য লিখবে যে আমরা এই 4টি গ্যালারিতে কি কি দেখা গেছে বা ফারহান আহমেদ কি কি রাইটিং করেছে সেই 4টি গ্যালারি নিয়ে সেই বিষয়ে তোমরা only 5 sentences লিখবে. Okay, so my dear students, now it's time to discuss that what we learned from our today's lesson. From our today's lesson we have learned that what is in the Liberation Wire Museum, what they look, how many galleries in this museum, then what personal belongings they looked, and why they feeling sad. আমরা এই সব বিষয় সম্পর্কে আজকে জানলাম. I hope my dear students you all have understand my today's lesson, and I will appear before you with another important part from this unit. Till then, please stay safely at your home and give me your home task. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.